Anything in the belt? There's a little guy right there. Yeah, let's grab this little one. Oh, it's so cute! It's purple. Whoa, that's rare. Rough Tide, a dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm. Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their Drell enforcers clashed with Krogan and the Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept its shaky peace since then. Wonderful. Orbital distance 7.8 AU, orbital period 21.8 Earth years, radius 2,125 kilometers, day length 67.7 Earth hours, atmosphere pressure 7.89 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 1 Celsius, and surface gravity 0.1 G. Wow, it's so purple! Wow, it's intense. You are one scary planet, Rough Tide. There's another purple one right over there. I think Rough Tide will probably be the only thing in this belt. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, let's skip over to this big purple guy here. Purple. Ooh, it's pretty. Praying Mouth. Who named these planets? A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. Man, they're all so pretty and they're terrible. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes, and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be a happenstance. Travel advisory: due to a large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge the drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. Orbital distance 16.0 AU, orbital period 64.2 Earth years, radius 40,770 kilometers, day length 11.7 Earth hours. Man, that would be kind of cool to find out what actually happens to those ships. Alright, I need to let a cat in really quick while we watch Praying Mouth in all its glory. Come on, cat. There we go. We probably shouldn't hang around Praying Mouth for too long. Oh, actually, look, it already ate the Normandy. That's unfortunate. Beach Thunder. Seriously, who named these planets? Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. Cat, you're in my way. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environment suits and lays the titanium out, more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Oh dear. This is a really great system. I'm glad we came here. Orbital distance 33 AU, orbital period 190.2 Earth years, jeez Louise. Radius 8,058 kilometers, day length 54.1 Earth hours, atmosphere pressure 1.25 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature negative 157 Celsius, and surface gravity 2.1 G. Anything on Beach Thunder? I guess not. Alright, let's have a look somewhere else. Go to these inner planets. Let's have a look at this one. First Land. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. Cat, either go on the bed or don't, but don't stand in my way. Go on the bed, please. That was him brushing against the microphone, by the way. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Yeah, that's kind of intense. Orbital distance 2.1 AU, orbital period 3.4 Earth years, radius 35,826 kilometers, day length 10.9 Earth hours. First land is moderate. It has been scouted quite a bit, apparently. Let's see this big guy here. Island Wind. Wow. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off of the archipelagos of Kiahe in the evening. Hanar have really weird names. Island Wind. Wow. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. Orbital distance 3.9 AU, orbital period 7.7 Earth years, radius 73,088 kilometers, day length 17.0 Earth hours. Nothing on Island Wind. There aren't even many supplies there. Okay, let's check out this little blue one in here. Murky water. Despite the name, murky water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. That's pretty funny. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings its surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. Interesting. Okay. Orbital distance 0.7 AU, orbital period 0.7 Earth years, radius 10,551 kilometers, day length 53.9 Earth hours, atmosphere pressure 19.46 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 225 Celsius, surface gravity 4.6 G. Start scanner. Nothing on murky water, but it is rich because I guess nobody cares about it, because it is difficult to get to. Okay, last one. I think. Fitful Current. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. Orbital distance 1.2 AU, orbital period 1.5 Earth years, radius 9,260 kilometers, day length 41.9 Earth hours, atmosphere pressure trace, surface temperature -147 Celsius, surface gravity 3.1 G. Nothing on Fitful Current, nothing on Fitful Current. But this system is pretty rich in supplies, so we might want to come back here sometime. Let's head over to Ammon, if the Normandy would go. Please go. Don't just die on me. Alright, off to Ammon. Enter. Excellent. Alright, let's see this guy here. What is this one? Enter orbit. Bast. A small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Bast and its moon served as the Eclipse Mercenary Company's fallback position after their defeat on Nath. Once they had gathered their strength, they leaked a false position to the Nahaste consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nahaste lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. Orbital distance 7 AU, orbital period 18.6 Earth years, radius 18,557 kilometers, day length 13.6 Earth hours. And I'm sure Bast has nothing. Yep, it doesn't even have supplies. Okay, let's check out this big one over here. Sekhmet. I see we're going with the Egyptian theme for this system. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered Ammon's system within the last billion years, Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Anhur rebellions. Sorry for the pause there. Okay, so after the Eclipse Mercenary Company sought to capture their fueling stations to deny the rebels supplies, a fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's L5 Lagrange point. Orbital distance 0.4 AU, orbital period 0.3 Earth years, radius 38,347 kilometers, day length 9 Earth hours. Okay. Sorry, my throat is getting stuck. Sobek. Wow, this one has a lot going on. A hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, Sobek's low-G moons were the site of many Batarian labor camps during the Anhur rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked mass effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels. The widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics, and criminal employees found themselves painted as heroes. The Mercenaries Company still retains an office on Sobek's moon Heket, out of nostalgia as much as business strategy. Aw, good for you, Eclipse. Orbital distance 0.8 AU, orbital period 0.7 Earth years, radius 72,530 kilometers, day length 12.4 Earth hours. Probably nothing on Sobek. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, let's hop over to another one. I guess... wait. This one is not searched. Let's go here next. Anhur. Ooh, here we go. This probably tells us about the rebellions. A garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians, Anhur was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively relegalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. I imagine that was a problem. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system and another, primarily Batarian faction named the Nahast, sought to keep the slaves they had. The Anhur rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nahast had a significant advantage in ships, labor, and weapons, forcing the Anhur militia to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Anhur today still has a significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed save for the reconstruction industry. Population 208,587,000. Colony founded 2165. Capital New Thebes. Orbital distance 1.7 AU. Orbital period 2.2 Earth years. Radius 6,829 kilometers. Day length 18.0 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.6 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 7 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.3 G. Alright, nothing on Anhur. We are learning a lot of galactic history. Alright, let's see this one.
I have detected an anomaly.
Aha, an anomaly. Excellent. Nath. Cold and dry, Nath has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats at its equator, which is warm enough for liquid to pool during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes. During the Anhur rebellions, Nath was a staging ground for Eclipse ships, and was the site of their first defeat, when enemy Nahast surprised and routed them with a superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today. Orbital distance 3.4 AU, orbital period 6.3 Earth years, radius 7,008 kilometers. Day length 54.7 Earth hours, atmosphere pressure 0.7 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature negative 25 Celsius, surface gravity 1.4 G. Alright, let's find this anomaly. Oh hey, that was easy.
Process interrupted. Translation error. Status of system operator is not known. General distress. Beacon process interrupted.
That sounds...
Probe launched. Something on our sensors.
Yes, that sounds rather, mysterious. Anomaly detected. Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter. Configuration unknown. Damage to ship catastrophic. Detecting movement, but no signs of organic life. Alright, let's go.